Well, with injuries in the first team squad, several members of the under-21 party have been training with Pep Guardiola's team, which has certainly complicated selection for head coach Ben Wilkinson. He's made 5 changes to the last lineup, which drew with Real Madrid in the Premier League International Trophy. Spike Brits returns in goal. Seb Naylor, Ashton Muir, Charlie Gray and Floyd Samba also come in, the latter for his first start in Premier League 2. Well, Burnley haven't played in the league since the 8th of November, and they were beaten that day at Newcastle United. They are 5 different to that fixture, with Casper in goal, Blackie, Wilcox, Scanlon and Johnson all coming in. So far this season, they've won 2 of their 9 matches, both of them, though, on their travels at Norwich City and even more impressively at Liverpool. This is their first ever season in Premier League 2. So, unknown territory in many ways. The Blues haven't faced Burnley before. They have previously been in the lower tiers of the English game, Burnley, but were promoted into the top flight along with Ipswich Town and Birmingham City to form what is now a 29-team division. Here's Nfonku, just felled by Clark, and a free kick to the Blues. Naylor helping it on, and City's trying to get onto the front foot with Regan Heskey. Regan Heskey, one of those academy players who has been mixing it with the first team squad. Indeed, he's been on the bench in recent weeks because of the number of first team players who are absent at the moment. Here's Charlie Gray, who made his first team debut as a substitute against Brentford in the Carabao Cup. And that's nicely done by Nfonku, but Burnley managed to get the ball away and up to their number 9, Masada. Good tackle by Ashton Muir. Here's Braithwaite, who is a very versatile player, play right across the back 4 and has also played in holding midfield, and you might remember he made his first team debut last season. It was a long time ago in many ways, in September of 2024, and he was the 3rd youngest player in City history to play first team football for the club. Naylor finds Gray. Support from Kean Noble. On it goes to Nfonku, and back to Nfonku from Muir. Gray again, Naylor, and now Regan Heskey trying to find his way to the byline. It was a good cross, and then Samba turned it towards the goal. Casper making a couple of important interventions for the visitors. Well, it's his first start for the under-21s in Premier League 2, Floyd Samba, and he very nearly grabbed himself a goal there. He has played this season in the UEFA Youth League, but just a reminder that the different age groups that City play out, under-18s and under-21s in the league, under-19s in the UEFA Youth League, so there are a few little anomalies that just complicate matters for head coach Ben Wilkinson. Here's Naylor, who's too old to play in the UEFA Youth League this season. Now Noble. Braithwaite. Gray just caught in possession, and it allows Puani to come forward for the visitors. It's a good ball as well to Wilcock. Crossing position maybe. Well defended by Ashton Muir. Johnson wins Burnley a throw. Ben Wilkinson has been in charge since July of 2024. And he has continued his tremendous success that he initially brought to the club at under-18 level by bringing the title to the under-21s last season. It's always the old age debate, though. Is the job of the under-21s to provide first-team players, or is it to get good results in Premier League 2? Well, if you can do both, that's the ideal scenario. But in terms of providing players for Pep Guardiola, well, the academy continues to do a magnificent job. And here's someone who's played for the first team this season, Regan Heskey, who's played in the Carabao Cup. So he was just beaten to it, and Wilcott gets it away. Jaden Heskey trying to win it back. Breaks for Puani. Gray makes the challenge, and then Jaden Heskey and Floyd Samba. Naylor. Braithwaite gives it him back. Samba. Heskey. Regan Heskey. The Heskey brothers both in the starting 11 tonight. Jaden the older of the two. And of course you'll have probably spotted that they're both the sons of the former Liverpool, Leicester and England striker Emile Heskey. And indeed both the Heskey brothers have played first-team football this season. Jaden away at Huddersfield Town in the Carabao Cup tie. The first Carabao Cup tie of the season. And Regan made his debut on the same evening. Here's Gray, who came on for his debut against Brentford as a late sub. Also in the Carabao Cup. Here's Mfonku. Turning away from trouble, finding Gray. Helped on to Samba, but Campbell guides it back to Casper. Noble. Naylor. Heskey. Forced away from goal, finds Naylor. Braithwaite. Noble. Heskey, Samba. Regan Heskey couldn't quite control it, and then he's just had a little pull of the shirt, which gives Burnley a free kick. Just a little tug, the referee in a good spot to see it. Here's Braithwaite. Noble. Brights. Spike Britz, who is playing his third start in Premier League 2. Spike Britz. Langer stayed down here for a Boado. Support from Muir. Mfonku. Gray. It's not going to get there because Massara did. And that's neat and tidy from Burnley. So Noble will get there in front of Puani. Jaden Heskey up towards Samba. Will he keep it in play? Not quite. So a little shove on Campbell. And I mentioned City played 20 games in the regular season, 10 of them at home, 10 of them away, but each game is against a different opponent, so they won't be facing Burnley away this season. They've got 5 more home games after today: Leeds, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Liverpool and Norwich, and 5 games to play away from home at Everton, Stoke, Derby, Aston Villa and Birmingham. That's in the regular season, so there are 9 opponents that they don't play in the Premier League 2 table. And then the top 16 of the 29 teams then face off in the playoffs to see who'll be the champions. Last season, the Blues came top of the regular season table and then, perhaps fittingly, triumphed as well in the playoffs. Regan Heskey penalised for a foul on Scanlon. So far this season, the Blues have been unbeaten at home. All their 4 defeats have come away. Flag must go up. It did against Puani. City take it quickly. Jaden Heskey and now Brooklyn Mfonku. Jaden Heskey, Charlie Gray. Now Regan Heskey. Naylor, Gray, Noble. Support from Mfonku. I could see what he was thinking, just tried the little reverse pass into Jaden Heskey. Just a little too much on it. It goes out for a goal kick. It's only City's 5th home game of the season. 3 wins and a draw so far here, as Burnley tried to grab their first opportunity, and it was a chance. It was a header from Ellis Clark, too close to Spike Brits, but Burnley did open City up there. It was quite a good ball in from Scanlon, and Clark headed it towards the goal, but strayed at Spike Brits. Just a little warning for City. Here's Regan Heskey. Braithwaite. Noble. Oboado. Mfonku. Oboado. Braithwaite again. Heskey. Naylor. Gathered in well by Charlie Casper in the Burnley goal. So far this season, the Blues have beaten Leicester, Reading and West Ham here, and Sunderland away on their last Premier League 2 outing. Their defeats have been at Brighton, at Blackburn, at Manchester United and at Chelsea. Just 1 draw so far this campaign, and it was here at home to Southampton. A brilliant draw it was too. The game we brought you live on City Plus, a 3-3 thriller, with a particularly special goal by Stefan Funi, who has been on first team duty recently, in terms of being in the squad at least. Still hoping for his first team debut, Stefan Funny. Here's Regan Heskey. Gets beyond the fullback well. Works the angle and scores the goal. City's first goal of 2026 is a beauty. Scored by Regan Heskey. It was a beautiful run. And he lost the fullback Blackie. Just came back on the inside. And there was just one thing in his mind once he'd done so, to try and find the net. And he did in style. It's his 8th goal of the season. It's his 3rd in Premier League 2. And City lead with their first attempt on target, really, through Regan Heskey. What a super goal from Regan Heskey. Well, he's always had an eye for goal, Regan Heskey. Gliding in off that left side and bringing it onto his right foot. And it was a really good goal. Clark. It's a good cross. Cushioned header from Scanlon, an easy gather for Spike Brits, but another attempt from Burnley. So far this season, Burnley have lost all 5 of their home games. Wolves, Leeds, Chelsea, Sunderland and Birmingham have all been victorious in Lancashire. They've also lost a couple of times on their travels at Southampton and Newcastle. Both ends of the country, you can make an argument. As Noble tried to pop it forward to a Boado. Goalkeeper overhit that. Casper. It's been a good start for Ben Wilkinson's team. Looking to make their way up the under-21 Premier League table. Oh, that wasn't far off. It's a super hit, wasn't it? He's already shown how good he can be coming off that left side. And he's showed again what he's capable of here. On this occasion, off target, but not by much. Of course, it's an ever-changing picture, but if City win handsomely enough tonight, they can go up to 6th in the Premier League 2 table. Let's not get too carried away with Only 18 and a bit minutes having been played, but it's a good start to the new year for City, grabbing the early lead. A terrific goal it was to Regan Heskey, who almost doubled his money. Here's Muir, just beyond Aboado. Heskey keeps it alive, Naylor in support, Samba, Gray, Regan Heskey. Clipped in towards Aboado, cleared by Campbell. Gray's header. Braithwaite, Naylor, Jaden Heskey, Gray, and Fonku, Noble, and Fonku, Muir, and Fonku again. And he's a winger who's been converted to a fullback, so when he gets forward he knows quite a few flicks and tricks that he can provide. Here's Jaden Heskey, and now Samba and Muir. You can see what he was thinking. Tried to set it out beyond the post and bend it in, but sadly for him it just carried on going pretty straight. Good football from City. Muir couldn't apply the finish. Yet to score in Premier League 2 this season, Ashton Muir grabbed a couple of goals in the EFL Trophy earlier this season. In a brilliant victory away at Oldham Athletic in August. Sadly, the Blues exited the competition after a really awkward game away at Rotherham United when they were in front, but ultimately lost to the League One side. City will get to that through Gray, Brits, Braithwaite, Heskey. A lovely play again by Regan Heskey. And now Muir trying to find Justin Aboado. Heskey battling again. Muir doing the same. Muir pokes it into Aboado. Good save by the goalkeeper, but he can't stop Regan Heskey on the rebound. Well, he almost scored a second goal about 3 or 4 minutes ago, Regan Heskey. Now he has grabbed himself the second. It was nice play. It was Regan Heskey that made the tackle. Muir to Aboado. And Regan Heskey very smartly turned in the rebound. Well, he almost scored about 4 or 5 minutes ago, so he's not been far off grabbing a first half hat-trick so far, Regan Heskey. But 2-0 in the opening half of the first half is pretty decent going. Wasn't an easy finish either for Regan Heskey. I can think of plenty who've missed chances like that down the years. But no such errors from Regan Heskey. Well, the Blues had an unbeaten December, which in many ways meant it was disappointing that they would go for the mid-season break, but as it's transpired, they've continued their form. Indeed, they're on a 4-match unbeaten run at the moment. Sorry, 5-match unbeaten run at the moment. Having beaten Bayer Leverkusen, drawn with PSV Eindhoven, and then beat Sunderland and Real Madrid before drawing with Real Madrid in their final game before their winter break. Their last defeat was away at Brighton in the Premier League in early November. was also the last time the Blues failed to score. Albeit that day they lost Femi Fapatu to a red card early in the piece, which didn't help their cause away from home at Brighton. Here's Braithwaite. Brits. Noble. Good tackle by Muir. Here's Samba. Now Heskey, who's already on a hat-trick here. Naylor. Corner. Game's first. Well, he's proving too hot to handle, Regan Heskey. Every time the ball gets to him, there's danger. This time he helps it on to Naylor, who wins a corner. Regan Heskey takes the corner, finds his brother Jayden. Braithwaite took a bit of a knock and he stayed in the penalty area. And I think a yellow card's been brandished to Noble. That challenge, oh, it's Gray, I beg his pardon, not Noble. So Gray it was that picked up the card. I was distracted because Braithwaite was down in the penalty area when Charlie Gray made the challenge, and I was just trying to see what condition he was in. Caden Braithwaite. Indeed, Braithwaite's getting some medical attention here. When the corner came in, Braithwaite was trying to get to that corner and ended up taking a bit of a blow to his lower leg, and he went down pretty quickly. And then as the Burnley players tried to move the ball away from the box, that was when Gray committed the foul for which he got booked. So as this cross comes in, Braithwaite tries to get to the high ball and he comes away hopping and ends up hitting the deck. And then a few seconds later, Charlie Gray committed the foul that led to the yellow card. And Braithwaite's making his way to the sideline. Doesn't look as though he's going to have to give way to the injury. So, of course, the game will restart with the free kick following that foul by Gray. Casper to take it. Header away by Noble. Guided back by Campbell to Casper. Boado tries to make life awkward. Headed away by Gray. Regan Heskey. And he's done well again. He's had a terrific first 28 minutes of 2026, Regan Heskey. Here's Mfonku. Braithwaite back involved again, which is good news. And here's Noble. Braithwaite. Ashton Muir. Braithwaite again. Looks as though he's free of pain. Caden Braithwaite. Now here's Samba. And you might as well give it to Regan Heskey, the mood he's in. On it goes to Samba. Heskey again. On to Jaden Heskey. Back he goes to Regan again. Samba. He's found a way through Samba. And he wins a corner. Well, the Heskey brothers taking the corner between them. Naylor. And now Gray. Now Heskey. Naylor. And now Regan Heskey. Little clip over to Muir, 3-0. 2 goals and an assist for Regan Heskey, who's had a quite brilliant opening half an hour. City lead 3-0, and Regan Heskey, who scored the first 2, has just teed up Ashton Muir for the 3rd. Really well played again by the Blues. And he looks up Heskey, little dab to the far post, and Ashton Muir just rising sufficiently to head it in for his first Premier League 2 goal of the season. And City in half an hour are in command of this game. But what a start to the 2026 programme for Regan Heskey. He has just been brilliant today. He scored twice, Regan Heskey. He drove another shot maybe a foot wide, and now he's teed up Ashton Muir. It's been a brilliant way to begin the new year for Regan Heskey. Well, he is some player. He's already made his first team debut, Regan Heskey. He's only 17 years old. He's not 18 for another week, Regan Heskey. Here he is again, Regan Heskey. The 18th of January is the date that he turns 18, Regan Heskey. And he's already come of age in footballing terms, hasn't he? Here's Mfonku, who's done that well. Now Muir, scorer of City's 3rd goal. But, no way through this time. Now, good tackle by Mfonku. Aboado, good ball. Regan Heskey. They're backing off him now, understandably. Here's Muir. Mfonku. Samba. Gray. Noble. Muir's onside. Now Gray. Naylor. Braithwaite. Samba, Jaden Heskey, Braithwaite. Gray, Naylor. Regan Heskey. Jaden Heskey, Samba, Regan Heskey. Back to Jaden. Charlie Gray. Goes out for a throw, City throw. Braithwaite, Noble. Braithwaite. Noble. It's not a bad ball. And Fonku just stopped by Wilcock. And then Fonku wins the throw for City. Braithwaite. Gray. Noble. Jaden Heskey. Noble. Here's Braithwaite. Ten minutes just about to go in a really good first half. Here's a Boado. It's crowded out, but he has support. Here's Mfonku. Noble. Mfonku. Now Gray. Braithwaite. Naylor. Regan Heskey. Samba. Good football. 4-0. Wonderful play again from City. They worked the move beautifully. And Samba with a really impossible ball to defend. And Burnley couldn't. And Justin Aboado makes it 4-0. Well, Regan Heskey again involved. Samba with the ball in. And Aboado got beyond his marker and guided in to what was then an unguarded goal. And in a first half in which City have been irresistible, they lead 4-0. It's a lovely goal again. Each goal has had something to admire about it. Regan Heskey with a beautiful mazy dribble and finish. And he was then really sharp in a rebound that came to him after a good move had led to it, made it 2-0, and then a little dab cross to the far post that Muir headed in for 3. And then another really good move down the left-hand side. And Samba setting up a Boado. And with 8 or 9 minutes to half-time, City are 4-0 up here. And Fonku is just replacing his shin pad. Looked like a foul on Mfonku. Referee says it was. Here's Jaden Heskey. He's done well. He's done very well. Now a Boado. City's latest scorer, Justin Aboado, is 5th of the season, his 4th in Premier League 2. Here's Regan Heskey. Samba. Here's a Boado. Oh, he's got a chance. And it's gone in. It was almost saved by Casper, but it's not that kind of night. And Justin Aboado gets his second goal in about 3 minutes. Again, City finding that gap. Pass from Noble, finish from Aboado. And unbelievably, we've not even reached 40 minutes yet. And City are 5-0 up here. 2 for Regan Heskey, 2 for Aboado, and 1 for Ashton Muir. And, well, this game is won. Question is, by how many? Well, it's a quite breathtaking start to 2026, isn't it? Justin Abowodo with goals in the 39th and the 36th minutes to make it 4 and 5-0 after Ashton Muir and 2 for Regan Heskey. An assist this time for Cian Noble, who provided the pass to Abowodo, who was onside, and despite the best efforts of the Burnley keeper Charlie Casper, he couldn't prevent him scoring. Here's Noble, now Nfonku. Now there are 2 City players on a hat-trick. Jaden Heskey, Noble. It's a good ball. Samba, late challenge has been given for a foul. I think City could have done with the advantage, to be honest. Free kick, though, is the verdict. Here's Noble, who got himself an assist with a pass to Justin Abowodo. Braithwaite, Regan Heskey, Naylor, Charlie Gray, Regan Heskey, Braithwaite, Regan Heskey, Gray, Nfonku, tries to find Muir, and now Noble, Nfonku, Jaden Heskey, Nfonku, Braithwaite. Here's Noble again. Support from Ashton Muir. Nfonku. Muir. Nfonku. It's well defended by Wilcock. And then a good challenge by Muir. Here's Samba, Braithwaite, Noble, Nfonku, tried to find Abowodo. It's a good run from Puani. Noble, Samba. Regan Heskey. It's good play again from Heskey. Goal kick. Push on the back of Nfonku. Oh, the referee doesn't think so. Here's Puani. Gray managed to block the pass. Well, you have to say that City's 2026 has begun in absolute glorious manner. Not even got to half time yet. Here's Jaden Heskey. Muir, Jaden Heskey. Noble, Heskey. Samba. Just caught. This time challenged by the Burnley captain, Brearley. Regan Heskey. Samba. Gray. Regan Heskey. Justin Abowodo almost came through to him. 2 players on the way to a hat-trick at the moment. Abowodo and Regan Heskey. Abowodo almost in there. Here's Braithwaite. Helped on by Gray. Naylor. Braithwaite. Noble. Just tackled at the vital moment by Masada. Here's Puani. Held up well by Noble. Run back by Jaden Heskey, who was then fouled by Puani. And it's a Burnley free kick. Sorry, a City free kick because of the late challenge by Puani. Just there. And he certainly caught Heskey painfully on the heel. Yellow card for Puani. And I think the fourth official is showing us 3 added minutes, but it looks more like something you'd see on a nightclub floor. But anyway, I suspect that was 3 minutes of added time.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes time added on. A minimum of 3 minutes.
Heskey's all right. It was a painful blow. The more you looked at it on replay, the more you think the referee got that one absolutely right. Let's hope Jaden Heskey can shrug that off during the half-time interval. Oh, Braithwaite's lost the ball. Here's Scanlon. Well won by Gray, who finds Regan Heskey. Samba making the run in front of him. Goes instead to Muir. Just beyond Muir. Here's Puani. It's good footwork by Puani. Masada. And they've pulled one back, Burnley. Masara in stoppage time has given Burnley at least something to bite upon. Well, Puani set him up, and Masara found the finish. So it's 5-1. It's been a really entertaining half. A little bit of a blemish for the Blues. No clean sheet this evening. So added time almost up as City begin after the 6th goal of the first half. Here's Braithwaite. Now Noble. Nfonku. Muir. Given away to Aboado. Nice footwork from Justin Aboado. Braithwaite. Samba. Braithwaite. Now Spike Brits. Charlie Gray. Now Kean Noble. Nfonku. Noble. Aboado is onside. No, he's not. Flag eventually went up. And that's how the first half concludes at the Joy Stadium. It is City 5, Burnley 1. Well, so far this season, Burnley hadn't conceded more than 3 goals in a match. And all of a sudden, in the first game of 2026, they've now conceded 5. That is how good City have been. And they've got another 45 minutes to make it an even more devastating victory. Well, depending on results elsewhere, City could have ended the evening as high as 6th in the Premier League 2 table. And remember, the most important aspect of the Premier League 2 campaign is to finish in the top 16, because if you do finish in the top 16, that means you play a part in the end of season playoffs, and from that you are then ultimately crowned the champions if you make your way through. Top 16 go down to 8, then to 4, and then the final. There is a seeding situation, so the team who finishes top play the team that finishes 16th, and they also get home advantage. So although we're still only pretty much halfway through the season, it is important to get yourself as high up that table as possible. City are certainly going about it the right way. That's another good ball by Regan Heskey. Muir couldn't quite control it, and the chance goes away for the moment. And then there's a foul on Muir. Wilcock penalised. Free kick taken quickly. Samba and Naylor and Muir. Now Regan Heskey. And he tees up Justin Aboado, who's on a hat-trick, remember. Couldn't get his shot away. Here's Samba. Braithwaite. Gray, Samba, Regan Heskey. Just couldn't get beyond the fullback, Blackie. Braithwaite takes it down comfortably. Naylor. Noble. Back it goes to Gray. Aboado. Looks as though Aboado has dropped a bit deeper. Sangare has taken the centre forward berth, and Aboado, showing his versatility, has gone into, I suppose you'd call it a number 10 position, just behind the centre forward. Here is Aboado. Clips a lovely ball out to Regan Heskey, and Heskey's doing his stuff again. Cross though was blocked this time. Braithwaite, Gray, Aboado, Braithwaite, Naylor. Braithwaite again, Samba, Gray. Naylor. 5th minute of the second half. City 5, Burnley 1. The opening Premier League 2 game of 2026 for the Young Blues. And it has been, so far, the most irresistible performance. Naylor, Braithwaite. Noble. Braithwaite. Gray. Five goals scored is the most that they've scored in one Premier League 2 game this season, City. Eclipsing the 4 they grabbed against Leicester, but one fewer than the under-19s grabbed in the UEFA Youth League, with many of the players on view tonight. Six against Bayer Leverkusen. Now here's Sangare, and now Samba. just off balance as he took a swing. Remember, this is Floyd Samba's first Premier League 2 start. Trying to get his first Premier League 2 goal. Not to be there. It's a good ball, helped on by Johnson. Well played by Mfonku. Got there in front of the Burnley scorer Masada. Mfonku, Ashton Muir took it out of play. That'll be a Burnley throw. You never know how important goal difference may prove to be. So when you have a team where you want them, 5 goals in arrears at one stage, got to keep going for more. Picked off by Gray. By Casper, Gray's header, Abowado, Samba, Sangare's offside. Johnson for Burnley, now Puani. Johnson, away by Noble, the flag's up for offside. Signalled by the assistant and spotted by Melissa Bergin, our referee this evening, who's already had to brandish a couple of cards, one for City's Charlie Gray, one for Brandon Puani of Burnley. And indeed, the challenge that Puani was booked for is the one that has forced Jaden Heskey out of the action. Took a blow to his Achilles or ankle area anyway. And he came off at half-time to be replaced by Sangare. Here's Mfonku. Noble. Braithwaite. Clipping it forward into the path of Regan Heskey. He's done really well, Regan Heskey. And again. Trying to help it on to Samba. Good tackle by Naylor. Here's Samba. And now Muir. Mfonku. Muir. Abowado. Now Braithwaite. Naylor. Regan Heskey. Gray. Heskey. Gray. Braithwaite. 10th minute of the second half. City 5, Burnley 1. They led 5-0 at one stage before Masara pulled one back for Burnley in the last moments of the first period. Here's Noble. Brings in Heskey. Gray. Abowado. Mfonku couldn't control it, and away come Burnley. Wilcock just held up by Mfonku. Here's Wilcock again. And now Puani trying to find his way past Noble, and he got his shot in, and Spike Brits got his body in the way of it. Well, Burnley, to be absolutely fair to them, have certainly not wilted. Their heads haven't gone down. They're still trying to make City work. And it would have been intriguing had Burnley pulled it back to 5-2 there. 5-1, well, you think it's just a consolation. 5-2. And maybe Burnley start thinking, well, who knows what might be possible. Remember, City on a run of 5 games unbeaten in all competitions at the moment. I'd like to think that will become 6. But they can ill afford any complacency. Regan Heskey and Fonku. Braithwaite, nicely done from him to get away from Massara. Noble changing the angle of the play to Naylor. Naylor's found a way through, all the way maybe. Oh, he was just tackled. Well, he scored a couple of goals this season against Leicester. We brought live for you on City Plus in October. Well, Naylor nearly grabbed himself another there. Tried to just quick step his way through the Burnley back line, and he very nearly did it. Lucky from Seb Naylor. Here's Noble. Naylor again. Good ball. Ashton Muir on the turn. And Casper with the save. 2 chances in a minute. One for Naylor. And this one from Muir. As the Blues look for a 6th. It's a good tackle by Mfonku. And that's beautifully done as well. And the pass is good. And Muir's looking up. And it's gone just behind Sangare. Really, really good play again by Brooklyn Mfonku, who got clear with some lovely skill. Slipped it through to Ashton Muir, but Muir could not quite find the pass. Here's Oboado. Now Muir. And Regan Heskey. Shot blocked on the line almost. Well, all of a sudden, in the space of 3 or 4 minutes, City have created 3 or 4 really decent opportunities to grab a sick goal here. Naylor and Muir coming close. Naylor, Oboado. Remember, 2 players on the way to a hat-trick at the moment. Couple of goals Regan Heskey, couple of goals Justin Oboado. Here's Samba, Regan Heskey, Gray, Braithwaite. 60th minute. Gray. Regan Heskey. Naylor. Gray. Cross blocked. Again, it was really well worked by City. Foul by Braithwaite. Free kick to Burnley. Just a little bit of respite for the beleaguered visitors. Well, chance after chance in the space of 3 or 4 minutes. The latest blocked after Heskey was sniffing out a hat-trick. And this was the Naylor chance earlier. Look at his footwork to get himself in the clear. Just denied right at the end by Scanlon. So a change for the visitors. They brought on Corey King. And they've also brought on Lulai. Blackie, one of those to make way.
And finally, in the field, it's Zach Johnson.
Jack Johnson's also come off as well.
to be replaced by number 16, Charlie Vivers.
And Charlie Vivers has come on, so a triple change actually. So King, Luai and Vivers have come on. Johnson and Blackie and Scanlon are the three who've made way. Here come Burnley with Puani. Oh, it's a good effort. Spike Brits again called into action. I'm just reiterating what I said earlier. It's seemingly only a consolation Burnley grabbed in stoppage time in the first half, but if they pull it back to 5-2, well, anything could be possible. Marley Luluai was once involved at the City Academy here. And Luluai is a famous name in rugby league. He's the son of the former rugby league international Kylie Luluai. Introduced with Burnley trailing by 5-1. If you just joined us, you're more than welcome to our live coverage on City Plus. First Premier League 2 game of 2026, and the Blues 5-1 up. And indeed, we've got 3 more live games for you in January, featuring the under-21s. RB Leipzig next Wednesday in the Premier League International Cup. And then the same competition, Monaco, the week after. And then Everton on the 25th of January. Here's Heskey. Gray. Boado. Couldn't quite find a way through. Samba. Well, it was the 39th minute when City made it 5-0. Haven't managed to add another one since. Here's Mfonku. One back by Clark. Hooked away by Braithwaite. Fevers. One back though by Sangare. Noble. Braithwaite. Now Naylor. Braithwaite. Noble. Naylor. Sandler. Under a lot of pressure from Campbell. Still found Braithwaite. Noble. Muir. Clipped on towards Nfonku, and he's got the pace to get there. And on it goes to Sangare. And now City get their 6th goal. Well, Nfonku provided him with the opportunity, and Sangare on as the second half substitute becomes City's later scorer. And they do make it 6-1 in the end. Nfonku, Sangare, and half a dozen for the Blues. Goal number 10 of the season in all competitions for Mahamadou Sangare, his 4th in Premier League 2. And for the 2nd time this season, City have scored 6. The other 6 they got was in the UEFA Youth League against Bayer Leverkusen. Well, City are making changes here. Matty Warhurst is coming on. Femi Fapatu. Justin Aboado's not going to get a hat-trick tonight. He's going to get a breather. Christian Dunbar-McDonald as well. Charlie Gray, who was booked in the first half, makes way for Femi Fapatu. And Christian Dunbar-McDonald takes the place of Nfonku.
And finally, in midfield, number 2, Nfonku.
So off come Gray, Nfonku and Aboado. On come Dunbar-McDonald, Warhurst. And Femi Fapatu. Good tackle by Braithwaite, just denying Puani. Here's Naylor. Here's Fapatu. Fapatu. No ball. It's a good ball. Here's Dunbar-McDonald. That's good as well. And City, through Warhurst, make it 7. 2 substitutes who've only been on about a minute and a half. And they've combined. Lovely ball by Noble. Great first time cross into the box by Dunbar-McDonald. And Matty Warhurst doing what Matty Warhurst has done throughout his academy career, getting on the end of chances and finishing. And City have 7. Well, Messrs Warhurst and Dunbar-McDonald hadn't been on the field long. And they've just combined to make it 7-1. Here's Noble. Muir. Regan Heskey. Naylor making the burst to his left. Regan Heskey keeps the ball. Now Sangare. Fapatu. Braithwaite. Naylor. Fapatu. Noble. Dunbar MacDonald. Try to find Ashton Muir. Here's Fapatu. Well, Burnley had a couple of opportunities to make it 5-2 in this second half, but it is the Blues who've added to the 5-1 half-time scoreline. And there's still roughly 20 minutes to play here. City certainly improving their goal difference, minute by minute. Climbing up the Premier League 2 table as they do. Up into the top 8 as it stands. The all-important top 8. First things first, you've got to get in the top 16, then try and get yourself in the top 8. That's how the playoff system works. Top 8 gives you a home tie in the first round of the playoffs. It's some way away. We're only at the halfway stage after today's game, but it's all worth bearing in mind on cold evenings in January. Here's Samba. It's a particularly impressive display when you consider that quite a few of the regular under-21s have been training with the first team and indeed have been involved on the bench for the first team in recent weeks. So Ben Wilkinson has had to reassemble the starting 11 in many respects. Here's Regan Heskey. He's done it again. Lovely trickery. And he wins a corner, which is actually the first City corner of the second half. So far, 2 goals for Regan Heskey, 1 for Muir, 2 for Justin Abowodo. And then Sangare and Warhurst in the second half as Naylor puts in a dangerous cross. Noble, Naylor, now Heskey. Sangare. Always good to see 2 substitutes coming on and scoring. In Sangare and Warhurst. Here's Heskey. It's a good ball. Naylor. Oh, he's just not going to get there. Casper coming out for Burnley and grabbing the ball. Braithwaite. Noble. Naylor. Samba. Heskey. Sangare. Naylor. Fapatu. Noble. Dunbar MacDonald trying to get beyond the fullback, and he's just about managed it. He's already set up 1 goal since he came on. Couldn't quite do it there. In the end, it's a Burnley throw on the far. And there's more sideline action. Another substitution imminent. 17 and 18, Tweedy and Derbyshire. Wilcock comes off. And Vernon Massara coming off as well.
Also midfield, number 9, Vernon Massara.
So Burnley's first half scorer, Massara, comes off. And then comes Derbyshire and Tweedy. And unlike City, Burnley had 5 outfield players on the bench tonight. City have got a backup goalkeeper in Jack Wint, and they've used the 3 outfield players so far. There is still 1 substitution up their sleeve if they want to bring on the final change. Apetu, Sangare, Dunbar, McDonald and Warhurst have come on. Jack Wint, I'm sure, will stay on the bench. City's backup goalkeeper tonight. Braithwaite guides it all the way back to Spike Brits. No clean sheet for Spike Brits on his 3rd Premier League 2 start of the season. He has been a regular in the UEFA Youth League for the under-19s. So Jack Wint has started the lion's share of the Premier League fixtures this season. City lead by 7 goals to 1. Samba. Dunbar, McDonald. Noble. Braithwaite. Naylor. Braithwaite. Fapatu. Braithwaite. Naylor. Samba. Heskey. Lovely possession from City. Great control of the football match. That will really please Ben Wilkinson, as well as the goals. The way they've moved the ball around with such panache so far. Here's Heskey. Helped on to Muir, on to Samba. Braithwaite. Noble. It's almost count the passes, this. If this ends in a goal, you can probably count possession for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Fapatu. Braithwaite. Fapatu. McDonald. Dunbar, McDonald. It's only his 2nd Premier League 2 appearance, Dunbar McDonald, and he's already got himself an assist. Good challenge by Fapatu. Braithwaite. Noble. Naylor. Noble. Sangare. Dunbar McDonald. Noble. Braithwaite. Samba. Braithwaite. Naylor. Sangare. Ashton Muir. Dunbar McDonald. Terrific possession. They make it look so easy. They're up against a really well-drilled Burnley side, but the visitors can't get a touch of the ball. And when they do, it comes straight back to City again. Inside the last 10 minutes. A game that City won in the first 39 minutes when they went 5-0 up. Just a couple more goals added in the second half. Here's Muir. Just came out of play. And Muir's going to get booked for kicking the ball away. which is frustrating. I mean, it was born from frustration because he just took the ball over the line and just nudged the ball away because of his annoyance at taking the ball over the line. Here's Samba. Naylor. Braithwaite. Noble. Sangare. Naylor. Noble. Fapatu. Dunbar McDonald. Sangare. And now Braithwaite. Noble joins in. Dunbar McDonald. Goalkeeper grabs it. Tries to throw it out to Puani. Who took it out for a City throw. Well, actually, the signal's gone the other way. Just playing out the last few minutes, really. This game long since in the bag for City. It's a good tackle. Sangare tries the shot and Casper makes the save. Well, he won it, Sangare. Drove to the edge of the area and almost scored. Casper just getting it out of the Burnley net and out for a corner. We're into the 85th minute. City 7, Burnley 1. Here's Regan Heskey, who pretty much did the damage with 2 goals and an assist in the opening half an hour. Noble. Muir. Sangare. Naylor. Dunbar McDonald. Samba. Dunbar McDonald. Regan Heskey. Samba. Fapatu. Sangare. Fapatu. We're now in the last 5 minutes of the contest. Dunbar McDonald set up one of the goals with a cross into the box. Muir. Braithwaite. It's given away. Here's Dunbar McDonald. No way past. Well played by Muir. Looking up, trying to find Sangare. Fapatu couldn't bring it under control. And that's no foul by Noble. Referee says play on. Here's Dunbar MacDonald. Fapatu. Braithwaite. Naylor. Noble. Braithwaite. Samba. Fouled by Brealey. That's the foul. Dunbar MacDonald. Noble. Braithwaite. Noble. Into the gap for Regan Heskey. Heskey looking up. Tried to tiptoe his way through, and then Warhurst slams it wide. Well, I think Heskey was trying to grab himself a hat-trick there, lost the ball, and Warhurst had a crack wide of the post. Well, I really don't blame any player for going for a hat-trick when you're in a team that are leading 7-1. No criticism whatsoever of Regan Heskey, who you can make a case as being tonight's player of the match. For a Burnley throw. Still trying to commit to challenges and maybe fashion another chance. Away by Braithwaite, offside anyway. Fourth official appears to have 3 minutes on the board. 3 minutes before Burnley can just write this game off.
The fourth official has indicated
City have been outstanding tonight. They won the game in the opening 31 minutes, really, making it 3-0 in that time. And everything since then has just been extra gloss. Here's Naylor. Samba and now Braithwaite. Noble. Muir. Noble. Naylor. Samba. We've entered the second of 3 added minutes. Those sets of players knew this game was long since over. Here's Dunbar MacDonald though. Oh, it's a brilliant finish. A mazy dribble coming off the right onto his left, and he found a finish in the corner of the net. And City have grabbed themselves 8, and Dunbar MacDonald with an assist and a goal, and he's only come on in the second half. Super finish, showing all his burgeoning potential, and it's his first ever Premier League 2 goal. Well, this time last year, City's first team scored 8 goals against Salford in the FA Cup third round. City's under-21s have repeated the dose with just a little blemish, that Burnley goal. Well, a quite breathtaking first half display. Blasted Burnley out of sight. Heskey with 2, Muir with 1 and Abobodo with 2 put the Blues 5-0 up. Burnley claimed a consolation as the half-time whistle sounded, but more goals from Sangare, Warhurst and Dunbar MacDonald have made it the most complete performance. The Blues extend their unbeaten run to 6 matches in style. They have beaten Burnley by 8 goals to 1.